and has a very disciplined lifestyle. I'll say this again. Most of the times you look at how successful you're going to marry, they'll ask you, oh, so don't we judge the data? And sometimes we think because theirs didn't work out, the person that you are dating and you want to marry, it's likely that your marriage also wouldn't work out. But it is possible that that person has learned from the mistakes of the parents. And so rather his would work out when you marry the person as a lady. And then sometimes you also think that, oh, because their parents, they are successfully married, they are blessed, they are rich, they have everything. And so their son will equally be responsible. No, they are not a spoiled brat. You see, so these are things to consider. When you decide to say I do, make sure that you are marrying a person that is tested, prove all things.
Okay, hold on. So, my boyfriend has proposed to me. Will you marry me? Should I go like, please hold on, let me do my checks and balances before I say yes?
Okay, so that's where it comes. There is dating and there is courtship. Courtship, dating should give you all the information you know about, yes, dating. That's it. If we do it well, most Africans, we have confused the word dating and courtship. And that is the problem many young people are facing today when it comes to marriage.
Help us
Dating,
understand it.
yes. Dating is, you can date 20 guys as a lady. You can date 100 ladies as a gentleman. So dating basically is friendship. Dating gives you the opportunity. It's not when the emotions are connected. It's not where you have already given your body to the guy or to the lady and now your emotions are all messed up. You can't make decisions. Dating is when you can go to, let's say, but when we go to church, we are in the singles ministry, we are in the youth fellowship, we are dating. When you take the guys out, you go for dinner and for lunch. It is dating. It's supposed to give you an opportunity that amongst the 3 guys that are your friends, the 3 ladies that are your friends, you want to gradually zero in on one. And so you must feel free. And I want to really emphasize on this because most of the times, sometimes guys make ladies feel like they are 2-timing, they are 3-timing, and I'm interested in you. And then you spend most of the time, the credit I buy for you on phone, you are speaking to a lot of other guys. This is a cheat. No, you've not put a ring on my finger.
Oh,
you haven't put a ring on my finger. And you have a right to date. To be dating is supposed to give you information. Dating is supposed to make you informed about who the guy is, who the lady is. Dating is a time to ask relevant questions. Dating is a time
give you the right answer.
Yes, no. You see, when they would not give you the right answers, so when you just got connected to just one person, and that one person you got connected to, you just decided that, I'm in love with you, and then you also accepted without knowing them. When the premise of the friendship has romance attached to it, that is where the pretense comes in. And so normally I'll say marry your friend. And so choose from among, the fraternity of friends, guys around you, ladies around you, you know it. But excuse me to someone, even when there's flatulence, you don't feel bad because look, this is my friend. So they can only tease you that look, the last time we were together, why were you flatulating like that? What is wrong with you? That is a friend. A friend is somebody that when you are sleeping and then your mouth is dripping of saliva, a friend is someone that when they see your nakedness, I don't mean literally removing your dress, but when they see your weak spots, they see your weaknesses,
they don't vulnerable around
yes, they don't have a problem with you. They can accept you. You choose from some of these people. Unfortunately, especially for women, we don't like them. We don't like our friends. The person who is always around us, who will check up on you, who will come around the house, you know that they won't pay Jaria. Why? These are the people. But rather we want the guy that will come, who is 6 feet tall, who is well built, Mr. World, not even Mr. Ghana, Mr. World of West Africa with the ultra trimmed mustache. That will come and tell you, hello baby, I want to tell you I love you, Dennis. That's where the mistake is. When you enter so dating, please, every young person who's not married should hear this. If the guy has not put a ring on your finger, all right, they are not married to you. You are dating. You have a right to. You think that guy just choose before a guy will say I do, or will tell somebody I want to marry you. They have been dating so many sisters. You don't know. That's how come sisters will make a mistake, and then when you allow the guy to sleep with you, then immediately they remove you from the list of being a potential wife because you are loose. They are dating many sisters. You also have a right as a young lady to be able to be well informed. Date the people in your fraternity of friends. Don't marry a stranger. Don't marry someone who just came with a car. Marry someone who has potential to do well, who is hardworking, may not even have money today, but you know the person is principled, the person is hardworking, even if the person is a laborer at a place, you know the person is diligent at their work. These are the things to look out for. Not somebody who didn't do anything. I'm not saying that there are people when they also you have people like that. Some people do well. Most rich kids are spoiled. They are not disciplined. But some also are very disciplined. They know the essence of what, how to use money and continue a family legacy. But most importantly, marry from the guys or the ladies you are dating. When you realize that this lady is lazy, every time you are talking to her, when you let one person know from the onset that I am interested romantically in you, that's what the pretend starts. I have to show you the side to me that would keep appealing to you so that I hypnotize you to put a ring on my finger. But when you have three sisters and you are just joking, you just go visit them, you are looking for a future spouse. But then you just go visit them off the hook. You just go to the house. Go visit them when they have no makeup on. And see their face. You go there at 9 a.m. They're not even awake. They are not breastfeeding. They are lying down. They're so lazy. You hear the comments. These things keeps me in head. I'm just addressing what you're saying there. Why would you, is it at that time what they proposed to you that you're going to make all of those find out the information about the guy, about the lady? You should have done that during those days. Unfortunately, for us young ladies of today, whenever a guy wants to date us, immediately no other shame, hey, up him.
No problem.
Daddy,
On him.
up there or shed there,
Oh,
and your
okay.
possible future partner. You see, I want to correct the mindset of many people. So we keep getting hearts broken, hearts crushed. We get Bellarized, we get Behelized. We end up getting so hurt, especially when they take you out on a lunch or on a dinner. Then we assume, hey, when is the person going to propose? For how long have you even known that you want him to propose or you want her to accept your proposal? It's a mistake. So now after from the fraternity of ladies or from guys, you've moved around with, dated for about months or sometimes years. Now you will realize that some people don't share your dream. Some of the guys or some of the ladies around you don't share your vision. You may be a career person, you may be somebody who has high goals, you want to achieve that person. So you realize that this particular guy amongst the four guys who are my friends I'm dating, this particular person I think I can go along with. So that is when now, or this particular lady amongst the six ladies that I'm going out with, I think that these three won't take me anywhere. It starts with these three. Now amongst the three, Peter, James, and John, I need to decide which one. Bible says that and John became the beloved of Jesus out of the three. So like, okay, so this person respects me. This person is not afraid to have a woman. One of the reasons why I said yes to my husband, let me share this with you, was that at that time, I had a lot of pastors proposing.
Wow.
I had a lot of bishops, in their proposing, saying they were interested in me. Some will come and tell you that I had a dream, I had a vision, and you were my wife, and all that, and blah, blah, blah. I said, well, God hasn't told me. I haven't seen. I want to be sure. And so if it was God that told you to marry me, the day we will get up and then go and change his mind. Where do I go from there? So everybody came telling me a lot of things. Why did I say yes to my husband? I've known my husband for many years. I've dated him for many years. A friend. The work, I would sometimes go give him contracts. I mean, it was just normal, the platonic level. There was nothing attached. So it gave me the opportunity to know his strengths, his weaknesses. And when he had to propose to me, he told me that I am interested in you. It wasn't God. It wasn't Shikababa. The Holy Spirit. I've been fasting and praying and sister. And unfortunately, today that is the deception. That's what many ladies are looking for. I need a spiritual person. You can have a prayerful person who's a buffoon, who is a fool, who has no vision, who is a car that is parked going nowhere.
Interesting.
So when he told me that I think I'm interested in you. I want you to consider and see if it can be an item. I'm like, this is a guy. He's not a pastor. He's not a bishop. He didn't come trying to use that I'm a founder of a church. So I realized that most people were coming, like, okay,
But
so
he
this is a
just came,
spiritual person.
like, this is
So
me.
let me go trying to also look all spiritual and the Lord and the Holy Ghost and the Bible said, look, I didn't even know Bible. I needed a real man to
Okay.
settle down with. So when you zero in, you find out from amongst the lot. And now you realize that out of the friends, now this person, I think I can go with. And that is the time now you make a proposal to the person after dating. That's not the time to now say, after dating for so long, now you say, okay, so now everybody away. I'm settling on one. So now when you decide to settle on one, that's where courtship begins. And courtship is what leads to marriage. So during the courtship time, now you know that every other date is assigned. But this particular person, I singled him out of the net. I don't need a guy. My husband is not intimidated. Many people ask me, how are you able to cope? You are a Sofu Papa. It's not me, Sofu Mame.
Yeah.
You're able to cope. You are married to a lady who is strong-willed, a lady who is a general overseer of churches, not just one. Somebody who is an entrepreneur. Somebody who, how, and then he said, how are you able to? He said, I love everything she does. Oh my God, I would have made a mistake. I've not said yes to him.
Wow.
And if I had looked at the fact that he's not coming with a bishopric regalia,
Okay.
are you
Let
getting
me
it?
let me let me ask you this question. You know, sometimes when people are doing okay, or yeah, when people are doing, they get to a point where some parents get worried. Okay, your biological clock is ticking. Oh mom, I've seen this person. I'm trying to. They were studying him, for a while. Then maybe your mother was like, worry, worry. So we've had a lot of, or I've had a lot of ladies complain. Say, minya na unworry. Then na minya, me man worry me. Are we ladies supposed to do things to just get the ring on our finger?
Yeah, it's a yes and a no. So maame deɛ waka ne deɛ ɔsɛ yɛ no nware o maame biara ɛwɔ tiri no papa ɛma ne ba nti it's up to you the daughter to be able not to take what your mom is saying out of context. You need to understand that I mean by God's grace I'm blessed with 6 kids.
Wow.
Yes.
See my role model. I'm going for it.
Please go for it. Make yours 8.
Yeah, eight.
You made my husband to laugh. And the oldest will just be hitting 22.
Wow.
And
How long have you been
sometimes
married?
it's a secret. I'll
Okay.
find out later on.
I hear.
So that I can give you all this.
No problem.
Sometimes I sit with her. I ask her. My kids are my friends. So I asked her. I'll ask her. I said, "Hey, I remember the first time I asked her, have you been kissed before?" They are my
You
friends.
asked her that?
Yeah.
And what did you do?
Yes. Mommy. It happened though when I was in JHS. And I asked her, was it nice?
She wasn't embarrassed.
No, we talk about everything. We talk about penis, vaginas, we talk about scrapings, we talk about everything. We talk about sex. I talk about everything. Like, when I did have sex with you, do you enjoy it? Yes, I enjoy it. I say it's not time.
Okay.
That the problem we have as African parents is that we have become too spooky and mystical. When it comes to a natural discourse, sex is part of us.
We don't want to
We
talk
don't.
about it.
It's not our fault. Our culture. Our moms didn't get their moms to talk about it. Their moms didn't get their moms to talk about it. But it has to change. When you don't do that, most of the pains many young ladies go through, heartbreaks, the times that they got their vaginas broken, their virginity broken and all that. Most young ladies could have avoided that if only they had moms and dads that would just open up and let them know. I would want my kids to learn sex from me. I would want my children so that when they meet you, you realize that everything that's happening in their world, they'll come ask you. We talk about it, when the penis erects, how long, how short can it be that we talk about everything.
Okay. So do you talk about all these things during counseling too?
Well, I do. Then I will come to this. You said the topic today was premarital counseling and postmarital counseling, the essence. Premarital counseling, it's very important. It gets you informed, it gets you psyched, it gets you prepared on the realities on the ground, like what my darling sweet lady. But I'm going to ask whether she's an item. I'm about to come. You know,
She has three.
three kids.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you look
She has
beautiful.
three.
Wow.
You have six, she has three.
So it's left with three more.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna ask her. I don't do that now. So I was gonna ask her something about sex. But if you haven't started talking, are your kids very young?
Yeah, yeah.
Very young.
The first is
Oh, the first is the things that they know at the age of 7, 8 will surprise you. So it starts from there. It starts from there. So your mom tells you, hurry up and get married. Mom said it out of love. Bad time, dear person about worry. Bad time, dear person about worry. Bad time, dear person about worry, papa. Bad time, dear person. It's a man, dear, what can you do? And don't just say, hit your head against the wall. It means that now start doing something. And I was saying that we're asking, I'm going out to the person, what am I supposed to do to get the ring on my finger? There are things you can do biblically. Let's look at Ruth and Naomi. Hmm. Naomi,
2020 men.
yeah, Naomi was able to guide Ruth to get the man to marry her. So you can have godly counsel and guidelines. I think sometimes there are guys that are shy. Sometimes there are guys who are in love with you. They want to marry you, but they just also don't know how to go about it. And so you can, when you have godly counsel coming your way, you can have a way of, gradually getting the person to realize that, look, other than that, they will date you for many years. And then you'll be there, another lady will come around that was sharp enough and will take the person away from you. And the person could be a very good husband.
Wow.
So, yes, there's nothing wrong. There is a way to go about it that it wouldn't make you look like you are cheap and then the lady, you are forcing yourself on the guy. There are things to do, there are things to look out for. There is a way, and sometimes it can be a real conversation. I know of my cousin is a brother. He doesn't like talking. He's married now to a very nice, beautiful nurse. I love that sister-in-law of mine. But guess what? Somebody introduced him to the wife. And then the young lady, very young, they're a young couple. I love it. The young lady was waiting for my cousin to just come around and even to start a date, begin a date, friendship with her. And my cousin is a very shy, introverted person. So he wasn't. One day he went to the hospital, and then the wife, my sister-in-law today, just went like, "Are you so and so?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Ah, but they have introduced you to me a long time. I've been waiting for you to just come, open your mouth and tell me let's go out. You have been wasting all this. Why?"
She was bold enough.
She was bold enough to do that. And he was interested, but he was afraid. He was timid. They are married and they have two kids.
Wow.
So indirectly, something that started like a joke and for fun. Now she ended up with a very good man. And if you also said in our culture, yeah, mamre, or bang proposal, who has said you should go and propose? You see, there's proposal and there's proposal. You can have an indirect proposal. You can have an indirect way of all the leads, would let the guy know that this lady, I think it's about time I take the relationship to the next step. So if mom tells you that, be worried, on carbon, but it's up to you now to make sure that you are bringing a sensible person home, not an irresponsible damn shito. That's what my ideas. It's called ideas. In my house, when they call you ideas, it means like irresponsible damn shito. Ideas. Don't bring an ideas home. Ɛyɛ ampa ɛkwan bi wɔ hɔnom a wotumi fa so a wonya bɛnkapa ɛware wo. Because Ruth ɔgye counsel from Naomi, and she was able to get a good man who was rich, who feared the Lord, who was responsible and could take care of her, also emotionally, physically, and financially. It doesn't mean go look out for people who are rich because you want it to be your last step. So,
All right. I posted this on Facebook and somebody just did something which I find a bit disturbing. The person said, I asked the essence of marriage, marriage counseling, with pre and post. And the person said, for me, it's not really necessary. But why? Because marriage is meant for mature people So two mature people don't need advice to coexist. Furthermore, they wouldn't need someone's experience in marriage to guide them in there. All hands are not the same. So, as experience.
I would say that premarital counseling helps partners improve their ability to communicate. Premarital counseling, it also helps partners to set realistic expectations for marriage and for developing conflict resolution skills by discussing differences and expectations before marriage. So nobody is saying that you're not mature to marry. But all that we are telling you is that during premarital counseling, you get to really know the heart. You get to really know, to a large extent, the heart that you are going to say, I do and live with for the rest of your life. Because the counselor, if the person is a very good counselor, is experienced, the counselor is able to provoke. There are thought-provoking questions. That's now you would how your beloved or your fiance is going to answer it to make you wonder. Actually, premarital counseling is not supposed to be done to put rings on people's finger. We've got it all twisted.
Really?
Yeah. Premarital counseling is supposed to help you to make a decision whether you can go with this lady or you can go with this guy.
Wow.
Unfortunately, we end up dating. That's how come I think that dating or
And it
counseling
means to
should
go
be done.
everything mixed up.
Everything is mixed up. Like I said, you date me 2-3 times, and I'm expecting you to propose. And so you get stupid people proposing, and then we are so much, we look at all the physical outward things, and we say yes to the wind. And so premarital counseling, if you ask me, it should be done even before you guys become so emotionally connected.
But before we
Many
come to you
people
guys,
make
we've already done whatever we
so
are
many
supposed to
things.
do.
Yes.
We know whatever style the
Yes.
person is interested in.
Yes, that
We've
is where the
explored.
error is. That's where the error is. And that's how come we have a lot of divorce cases today. And the difficult part is when you end up doing all the things you're not supposed to do, and then you realize any good counselor will say, go do your go do have a blood test, and then you come and then you find out that your blood groups can't allow you to marry because you are going to have syphilis, you're going to have syphilis, you're going to have children that are SS, and that thing you didn't want to say no to can rather end you a divorce, because when you go to the hospital and all your monies are drained, now it becomes anger. When the child falls sick, hey, and I want Obano, how do I live with Obano? So Obano can do some of them.
Oh, during counseling, if you realize that okay, this is not what I want for a time to come, per the answers I'm getting during this session, can I back out?
You are supposed to back out.
But we don't have people backing out.
You don't want people backing out because at that's how come what we are doing today is very good. It's education. Our African way of upbringing is like, Enna, you know, we date now, otherwise, Enna, we Jan. Look, it is better to break off an engagement. It's better to break off a date than to be courted. Because when courtship comes, the emotions are coming. And it's better to break off courtship than to end up in an engagement. It's better to break off an engagement than to end up in divorce. Because a blow that is yours must be received without delay.
Because
Good.
when you have a chat with some married folks who are going through this, they will tell you, I saw it. I saw it, but I thought when we get married,
Many
the
of
person
them,
will change.
No, but you're looking too far. I have been divorced before. Yeah, I'm coming from a very early marriage I went into. I entered into the marriage a novice from university, excited about this young guy with practically nothing in my head and practically nothing in his head. No good counseling, no good advice, nothing. And then to make it worse, I just met the person for a short while and I traveled abroad to Europe. And then when it was time to marry, like, oh, I remember I was dating someone, back at home without really knowing much about the person. And so I remember my pastor saying to me in UK that this thing you are going to do, you are too young. And this guy, you have been in UK for many years now. How sure are you that this guy has written? I said, what do you mean? And I knew him when we were in the university, and then
He's a nice
what.
person,
He's a
yes,
nice person. Oh, he's not just a nice person.
We've been there.
And he's handsome,
Oh my
and
word.
then, he has a swag. And look at me. And I looked at me till I became me in divorce.
Oh.
I entered into the marriage, and my wedding night, I found out that he was sleeping with somebody who was like a spiritual daughter to me. Somebody else was paying her fees when I was abroad. They call him mommy, nanny, no, no, it's like they were my wedding night. I had no honeymoon. It started from there. So the wedding practically ended. They were having sex in the honeymoon. So I didn't. So I married a complete stranger. So some of these things, when you hear them, please, I love to. I don't know how to pretend. I've always been a real down to earth practical person. I don't minister to people to feel good. I don't minister to people to have a sense of importance. I don't minister to people so I have these things like, oh, Lady Reverend has it all set. I don't have it all set. I have been through life. And so, if you are listening and somebody tells you that marriage counseling, premarital counseling is not important, tell that person that they are just speaking out of ignorance.
Because you see,
Hell no.
people say that it is not important because there are some churches who let you go for a year counseling, 2 years, 6 months, 3 months, and 2 years down the line, 3 years down, even months down the line, the marriage collapsed.
Okay. Do you know why?
And you're like, what is the essence of the whole counseling bit?
I will tell you
Why waste your time?
I'll tell you why normally our marriages collapse. Many young people, because my first marriage collapsed when I was very young. I entered into it very young. I entered into it with an empty head. I entered into it without, being psyched and prepared that look, this person that tells you I love you every day. When you marry, they will tell you that reality, this is reality. You're not going. Someone will say, "I've written I love you. I've pasted it on the wall." When you get up as a woman and look at it, you know I love you. That's move on.
But he's not saying it again.
He's not saying it again. But you see, the reason why after going through counseling, marriages still can break. There are two reasons. The first reason is bad premarital counseling.
Bad premarital
Yeah.
counseling.
But like for example, most of the times marriages do break because of sex. We don't prepare the topic sex. We don't prepare the couple well. If I'm having counseling with you and it gets to the subject of sex, I'll ask you, have you shaved? In fact, I will say it in the local dialect for you to understand. Huh? Where Judy will just soon him. Yes, because you see, you're not going to marry a spirit. You are going to marry a guy. The guy is going to marry a woman. And then if the guy is not potent, the kwati erectia. Me who I say so call Bema only kwatie. What you say? So I'm saying that marriages do break, and many young marriages are ending today. You can tell you, most when it gets to counseling, when it gets to sex and bedroom, pillow talks. When it gets to that is why you're in Pemwagro. What the hell is in Pemwagro? Because in Pemwagro there are pillow games. I can use the pillow to hit my husband. I am Pemwagro. Me the pillow ball, now so the pillow bonnet. The idea grow on Pem. What you say? I tell you, Wakosia, Sisana, Mammy, Wakosia, and Okwame, and no sooner the bang.
There was a problem we tackled here where I think a couple, they didn't have sex before they got married, and after they got married, apparently they realized that she couldn't really deal with the man's money.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah, 1 minute man, and
No,
that's it.
like it's too big for her. So 6 months down the line, they hadn't really been intimate. The lady had been traveling, work here and there, and they brought it here for us to help them. Of which my callers indicated that at a one counseling or do they have a good person to take them to the counseling?
There are two things that can break up a marriage, even when people go through counseling, premarital counseling, bad premarital counseling.
But how can we identify a good premarital counseling in a bad premarital counseling?
Exactly. For example, some of these things that you're doing through YFM in your program, would let people hear people who speak. And people would be informed and they will make informed decision when they want to. I've had to counsel many people who are not in our churches. When it's time for them to marry, they'll say, "There's a young lady Reverend Baba." So why? Because I don't have time to waste. Don't come sit in front of me, beat about the bush. Have you shaved your don't ask me where. I'm not interested in your hair. Why would I ask you to have you shaved the hair on your head? Because I can see the hair on your head.
Yeah.
Where do you know what you're moving? Where do you know what is soon? Where do you know what soon? And they say we shouldn't talk about it. Who should talk and educate the people about it? It's supposed to be the role of a pastor. So if parents are not doing so, when people go to church, they must come out of church well equipped physically, psychologically, mentally, spiritually, financially, career wise, that they will not fail. The things I went through, I've been through a lot. So I use my life, and it's what has guided me or has given me this boldness to address some of these things. So you have people sometimes, other pastors tell you, "Oh, Lady Reverend, you were so plain." I'll look at them and tell them, "You don't know what the young people are going through. You don't know the young can say, we are too plain. Ayanka, oh, kakoti, ayanka Ganesh. Bring me the Ganesha." You see, because the thing is this. If you go through wrong battle, there are people that are virgins. You must practically show them what sex is and how it's done. Sometimes you can even lie on the floor and show them moves at 1 to 3 a.m. The things God will see, even God will be disappointed if you created human beings. The sex dance. It's also me and Kamwasem. Obia, even young people are not married, cry. We don't do trading Kotia Kessie. Look at the confusion in churches today. Many pastors that are now in newspapers for having sex with other pastors' wives and things like that. Sex is a big deal. And let me also say this. It is not a taboo. It's an unspoken subject. We should break that thing. It's not a taboo. Nyame bo sex bataye ho. Nyame bo kotie ma bema no bo etwema oba. And yeah, the bonnet. Remember, can't tell something come mansa and I'm himfie. Please, I don't know the roadmap to a himfie or the mansas or the whatever. It is this. So I'll ask you, have you shaved? So I ask sometimes and say, I would discharge, yeah, well, vagina, yeah, what to smell? What is the color of your discharge? So you break that. You have to stop saying so. You ask. You have to ask. That's a good counselor. You have to ask. And I ask them so into mommy, into my kissy pen. Oh yes, I pen. I'm saying, "She, what can tell you? Cause see, I can see any child about the GD. Aha, and to me, I can say Tony down. I have been so young, couldn't say. Into I sure so no, it's no way. The sexual libido is say a bar. No way who how to handle that I had to say. But of course, I understand probably why the person is saying that because in journalism, at a particular time on air, there's a time to say some of these things. But woman toning down, and then the problem see the you.
Anyway,
So I only one, and only one. Bad premarital counseling can spoil the marriage.
Okay.
Now, those who don't think that there is the need for premarital counseling, I want to correct the mindset again that it's wrong. Now, the marriages are failing because after you marry, though you've gone through premarital counseling, there's supposed to be what you said, the topic for today. There must be post-marital counseling. Because post-marital counseling also does a very unique work. You are prepared premaritally. Said these are the expectations of the guy. These are the expectations, possible expectations of the young lady you are going to marry. But so what do you see more? Now reality will dawn on you. You say, hey, ebi ano nyakuno or you quarrelsome. Ebi ano nyakuno, you say in-laws, problems with in-laws can easily break up a young marriage. There are a lot of factors that can break up a young marriage. And so 3 months, 6 months down the line after marriage, premarital counseling must begin. And it must be done. Please, my into right now or marriage you're younger and you are going through you most of the time say why we are near jai and so for bebreni a jai churches bebreni a jai our we are quite traumatizing. But it's an error. Post-marital counseling is supposed to help the two imperfect beings that came together to find a level ground and to be able to what? To flow. Because if we different place na maba, if we different place na also waba. The first 2-3 years of the marriage, if the marriage does not fail, you're likely to have a very successful marriage. And then the first 2-3 years. Because that's where the backgrounds will clash. That is where the real issues. That's why you find out that your husband doesn't like bathing in the night, but he wants you to perform blowjob. on him, BJ, on him. He wants you to put his penis into your mouth, and he doesn't like bathing. And
my right.
that's a reality. Oh.
Okay.
That's a you married, I love you. Oh, sweetie, I love you. After you wear the ring.
Will they really tell you that I'm on page anytime?
Ben. And so I make us say, oh yeah, proper dating. Unfortunately, we don't do proper dating. We cut our dating short, and then we quickly graduate. We accelerate. We cut off the dating and we make it courtship, and we wear the rings. So when we finish wearing the ring, that's okay. Oh yeah, mistakes, no problem. If there is a proper, I have a consultancy firm. It's a counseling pre and post. I mean, we do a lot. You have to go through. Don't stay home and cry. Okay, my husband does. It's not the fucking type. Listen, every sister should understand that guys don't talk much. If you want to be talking a lot after marriage, then marry another lady. And every brother who is married and is saying, my wife wants attention, she wants me to always narrate and explain everything in detail, please understand that women, we were born to talk. We talk to heal.
We get things off our chest.
No, we must talk to be well. That's what God made us. And so, when you're good postmarital counseling, postmarital counseling will let you know that, look, it's normal. These things you are going through, who couldn't pay Jerry? Purchase me not an enum of Nenum cow or kisses and num now be a heart attack and a coronavirus. And you need, but how to address it so that the person is not offended. That is where we must have our tools and systems in place for post-marital counseling. When you come there, and there is again a good counselor, a very serious issue. Not that they'll make light of it, you laugh and then you press and say, hey, yeah, did you blow your back?
Sometimes when you meet married couples, because of the kind of show I do, you meet people telling you their stories, and you can just go like, listen, they are just being too much for the person. Just that one person is deciding not to understand the other, whether intentionally or unintentionally. But if they only sit and decide to talk things through, they wouldn't even get to where they have marriage is over. How long are we supposed to go for counseling?
It depends. Only as so be
2 years, 1 year,
3
months, 2
As
months.
so be a 3 months, it be a 6 months, it be a 1 year. But for me, you can go for counseling as long as you want to.
Do we have to necessarily wait for the church to tell us now go for counseling?
Oh, it depends. Oh, so we have people
Because
who do
mostly
counseling.
people go for counseling when they've gone to tell their pastors that then the pastor probably talks to you guys and then later on they tell you fine, this is the pastor, this is your counselor for your marriage or to help you through your counseling.
You see, Lady Reverend said earlier on there, sometimes we get to a point, we can't return. Then you go and then tell the church that now we want to get married. And after going through the counseling, we said we can't even marry, we still go ahead and marry. But Anka, you need to have pre-marriage counseling or before pre-marriage, whichever way you want to term it, a program or something for the youth. You need to have educational programs, something to tell them that for people to understand that before you even decide to go for marriage counseling, these are some of the things you need to do. It is if you go for the counseling and you feel like the two of you don't match, you can quit. Yes, it's better. I know someone the person dated the lady for I think 6 months. The person dated the lady for 6 months. But throughout the dating, saw something about the lady. Say often yama coffee every time. Ne mama ne papa, ne mama ne papa. Any money they have, ne mama ne papa. So the guy went and she was someone who really liked to spend money a lot. So the guy said, okay, so what do I do? Should I still go ahead? And then they started the marriage counseling and they were ready to get married. And then they said, okay, why don't you hold on a little bit and then study yourself better? Because just 6 months. It is better for you to hold on. It is better for you to hold on. And then you see, it's better for you to hold on. And fine. So the guy was advised, okay, then why don't you wait? Oh, as you were saying, oh, we've already paid the case, you paid this, you paid that, this. So just to hold is better understand? Going into it, and then some years down the line, the marriage ends up going nowhere. So we said, sorry, it didn't work. We went on with the marriage, and then 1 year down the line, they were divorced. They started their divorce process. They wanted to get divorced. So if you had waited like maybe earlier on, it would have been better. Now, 2 children divorced. The man had to marry again. The lady had to marry. So divorce itself brings so many problems. That is why before you even decide to say I do, you must be convinced that you are ready. And marriage is work. So many people get married, and then when they finish with the ceremony, they are done. They feel like good marriages just happen. Good marriages don't just happen. You need to work at it. You need to work it. Just like we say, work out your salvation. You work at good marriages. And Auntie Baba, you need to work at it.
Let me add to even what you are saying, sweetheart. That you were asking, do we have to wait till the church has to announce to go for marriage council? No, I've come to show someone to the church I want to marry. Unfortunately, it's not supposed to be so. But unfortunately for us, that is what it is, because our system, in our part of the world, we don't have a lot. We have not invested in counseling institutions, and like I was telling you about mine. So when I'm here, you would know we have something like that, and these things are not for free. That is also the problem with us. We think that advice, and then some better one another. But at a time, you have time money, so the person can work and would get paid. But we don't have some of these structures in place. If you ask me, don't wait till the church has. Every church has. Our church we have our own counseling durations. We have
What's
our
your counseling
premarital.
duration?
My counseling duration is 6 months.
6 months.
Yes, intensive, and it's not once a week. So in other
Every
words,
day?
no, it's just twice a week. So somebody would say 6 months once a week. So indirectly, I'm doing like for a year, but I'm using the wisdom of compatibility. I'm compacting it to just 6 months. Now I'm saying this to us that you don't have to wait. Unfortunately, we wait because NISA institutions not in place or in part of this world where why do you have to wait for someone to tell you so T or Yansan or doctor? Why do you have to wait for someone to tell you that you need to go check so you don't end up dead. Please treat relationship leading to marriages the same way. When you should be able to get counseling even for the person that you are, the people that you are dating. You get advice. I have platforms, over 1,000 youth, over 2,000 married couples, different WhatsApp platforms and on Facebook. And the aim is simple. You have a lot of people that are asking you, Lady Reverend, look, I'm dating 6 guys. I'm like, yeah, well done. You go tell your mother and father you're dating 6 guys. The understanding of dating is so wrong. Hey, we are called a bunny. And then what says that? Because you're cheap. Please. That's
because you're not sleeping with them.
No,
you're allowed to.
No, but you see,
You're not supposed to sleep with them.
But
dating,
right now,
that's what I'm saying.
Where we are now, okay, a guy proposes to a girl. The next thing is let's go to bed.
But it's wrong.
And then they will
so
tell
that's
you
what we are
that I need to
correcting.
assess everything.
That's
before I
and it's
put
like
my
if you
ring on
don't
the
have
finger.
sex with the
Another person
person
who comes to have sex with him,
it's
then
not
same
even
way.
it's not even that. It's like if you don't have sex with the person, it's like you are not in a relationship
Yeah.
with it. So your programs are helping because gradually you're going to build a lot of self-confidence or confidence in young ladies who would really be able to understand that, oh, Sena, it's okay. A lot of the dictatorship from young men you are dating, and I called you and your phone was engaged.
And
Excuse
some even
me?
go to the extent of beating them.
I'm beating you for what?
Oh yeah.
No, you are
Because you
beating
didn't
me
pick my
because
calls.
what about them?
It happens.
No, but you see, so these things should be corrected. Stop getting so hooked up to one guy that you are not sure that you will marry the person. My younger sister, she was dating someone that I love the person a lot. She goes and said, look, this is, I appreciate you for loving both of us, but my purpose in life, my vision, my understanding to certain things. The two of us, after dating for a while, it's not going to work. And this is somebody that they've gone as far as buying things for marriage and all that. I'm a good marriage counselor. I said, look, you guys, I spoke to both of them. I said, look, you guys will have to split and go your way. I said, oh, you're not even the one to tell us to split. Yeah, I have already made my decision. You know, and we need to be able to accept people for making such decisions and not blame them. Then when you have a good opportunity, and I want to are you God? How do you know the opportunity is good? You can't tell until many years down the line in marriage when you will be able to. But I am so happy I'm married to the man I'm married to. Look at what he's doing. How many married men, will follow their wives to the street and go like, okay, he's so tired from work.
Yeah.
You come and say, oh honey, just shower, let's go. He loves doing the things he does. My God, I love him. Yesterday I told him, yesterday, and sometimes when I want to ask him, honey, do you love me? He said, how do you like us? It feels good to hear. Just answer.
Because we are lucky.
We
love
women,
to hear things.
we love to hear things like that.
So let's climax this conversation on premarital counseling and then postmarital counseling, because we have a very big
problem
to deal with. And it's good I have the two of you here. Maybe you can help me help this gentleman out. Bobo, let's sum it up. Marriage counseling, pre and post.
Okay, so the little I would say is that it is important to get pre-marriage counseling and then post-marriage counseling, because pre-marriage counseling is going to give you information, it's going to guide you, it's going to help you, okay, make the best decision you can about the marriage, and it's also going to help you to know what marriage really is about before you put your head into it. And then the post is also going to help you go through it. You already, it's like taking theory and then practical lessons. The pre is theory and then the post is practical. You're already in it, so what should you do? So when you are going through problems and you don't know what to do, you seek the advice of a counselor to help you go through it. Counselors, either we don't give orders or we don't tell you what to do. Counselors, what we do is we help you or we guide you go through whatever problems it is that you are going through for you to make informed decision as to the best way to go about whatever it is. So I would advise, it is good to seek counseling, both pre and post.
All right. Lady Reverend,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
sum it up for us?
Okay, so I would also say that there are benefits when you go through premarital counseling. Okay, number one, you gain insight, all right, and then you get outside, and then you get professional guidance when you go through premarital counseling. You strengthen communication skills when you go through premarital counseling, and you set realistic expectations when you go through premarital counseling. Premarital counseling is provided in order to help couples enhance their relationships prior to marriage. Okay, and you get this by learning a lot about intimacy that is affecting marriages through sex. These days, you get communication skills, you learn about finances and money management. Premarital counseling will help you to discuss children and parenting. It will help you to also make decisions when it comes to how to resolve conflicts. It will help you to deal with anger and emotions. It will help you to set certain roles in marriage. So premarital counseling is a must. The only thing I will add is that try and then choose a good counselor. That is where normally the problem is. Try and then look for a good counselor. When you are able to get a good counselor, it will help you. Let me quickly add this by saying to you that in choosing a premarital counselor, there are things to do that will help you. Please first clarify your expectations. When you clarify your expectations, it will guide you to who is the correct counselor that will help you. Choose a counselor, number two, that shares your faith. It is very important. And also look for a counselor with professional training. Okay, please, it is important. Other than that, we'll go to the carpenter to give us injection when we are sick. So please, it's important. Look for a counselor with experience. Okay, don't go and lie on the theater tables and then ask the doctor who just finished their housemanship to come operate on you. Experience is important. And also you can ask for recommendations if you need a good counselor. And check the office hours and locations about everything. And also have it in mind that if you want to do well, in marriage and you're a young person coming up, don't wait till the church tells you go for counseling. It's not a church that will live your day-to-day married life for you. Look for counseling centers. There are not many now, but look for the few counseling centers you can, and then go to one of them, get a recommendation. I came to this program because I was recommended. And I'm here to ask you whether I did it well or not, whether I met your expectation.
My callers will let you know.
All right, so
we'll go
that
for
is it.
a commercial break. Or okay, so let me see. I have to make money. Yes. When we come back, I'll let you know the problem for the day.
Okay.
Is wealth without
People are
health.
saying that you are
What
too
happens
blunt.
in the absence
It's
of a
about time.
sound mind?
Yeah, and my boss is querying me.
How can you be healthy when you're home and
So please, like, you can
environment?
tone down on the,
The part of the body.
the part of the body a little bit.
Normally,
He's enjoying it, though. He's enjoying it.
No, but the numbers
Representatives on
Yeah.
97.9.